Money. It is one of the most wanted things in life, yet it's one of the most misunderstood things that most people just simply don't understand. In life, we're told the only way to make money is by studying, working hard, and waiting every week for payday. But the thing that we're not taught is what to do once we have this money. And the difference between wealthy people and the not so wealthy people is that it is what we do with the money after we've received it. Growing up and in my 20s, I thought that I was quite money smart, that I was able to work hard, make money, and the amount of money that I received every week is what made me wealthy. And seeing the money in your account, you instantly think, wow, let's go and spend it. So me and my partner, we would go out to movies. We'll go and buy things that we didn't really need and go shopping and spend the money on things that you will forget about the next day. And this is probably one of the biggest factors when it comes to money, is that you forget when you throw it away. And this is probably the biggest mind shift that anyone who wants to set themselves up in the future needs to tackle. The ability to understand where your money's going. And not just to go to the shops and spend $100 here, $100 there. Because after a while, and after doing this for weeks and weeks and months and years, you do forget about those things you purchased. But you also forget about the money spent in order to get them. So tracking your money and understanding where it's going is very, very important. It is the first thing anyone needs to learn who wants to become money smart. You want to understand your income, but you want to also understand your outgoings. And once you have this under control, you'll then learn to be able to save money. We're all told to save money, we put it aside so we can put a down payment on our very first home. But the problem is, we all have this money sitting in a bank account. And the longer we keep it there, the less valuable it becomes. So in order to become really money smart, we need to learn how to invest it. You really want to understand where you want to be in 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, even 50 years for some people, so that you can back engineer what position you want to be at that specific age. The ability to back engineer where you want to be gives you that hindsight that you would never be able to get otherwise. It gives you the ability to understand where you should put your money. Now, of course, there's plenty of people who are happy to save up for a down payment and create the family home. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that is your goal, then that is perfect. This, even though it's not the best way of creating wealth, it is still creating wealth. You are creating assets, and the longer you hold on to that home, the better off you'll be. But for other people, there might be other ways. For example, if you think you're not going to be buying your first home in the next 5 or 10 years, then that money is better off in the stock market. And for many people, an index fund is fine. Pick your favorite index fund and let your money go to work for you and create you wealth while you sleep. And there is also another option if you're interested in real estate, and that is getting an investment property. There are those people who are happy just renting and don't actually want to buy a home for them to live in. Instead, they will go and buy a house, but they'll buy that as an investment. You'll get tenants, and they'll pay you in order to live in that home. And what's so good about an investment property is the property can get paid off in 3 ways. The first factor is that the tenants will be paying you every week or every month, and this is almost guaranteed income. The second factor is tax. In many situations, the tax systems are built to be able to support and help you with owning your own investment properties. This is things like depreciation, which is a tax benefit you get for any money you spent on that house. For example, you've done a renovation on the kitchen. This is depreciable in many states and in many countries, and this will give you tax credit to reduce your tax. And in some countries, such as Australia, you can also get tax benefits if the property is negatively geared, meaning that you aren't actually making a profit. Instead, you're having to pay part of the loan off yourself. And that brings us to the third point. In many cases, in many countries, you will also have to be putting in a little bit of money to help pay that mortgage off. But you see, the difference is this is getting paid off 3 different ways. And if you were to buy a property yourself, you're paying the whole lot instead of spreading it out over 3 benefits. For those who are interested in the stock market, the best way of creating wealth in the stock market is long term, not listening to the news and buying on whim whatever the headline stock might be. You want to stick with the things that will grow over time and you have a less likelihood of losing money. In the last few years, I have really worked hard to understand what's involved with slowly growing your wealth over time. And so now I'm going to help you and give you the insights that I've learned in order to become money smart and to understand what really makes someone wealthy. So that's what this channel is about. It's about helping you so that you can build a future for yourself. It's about trying not to fall into traps and really understand what it means to invest in the stock market and even in property. No matter what your avenue is, the end game is the same. It's about creating safe and consistent wealth over time so that you can create a future for yourself, that you can actually do the things you want to do. Because those things that you want to do are the things that will make you happy. I hope you found this video interesting. For my first video, I thought I'd make an overview video that really gets down to the essence of what this channel is going to be about. Because it's my first video, I hope you found it exciting and that you think you might actually get some benefit out of this channel as I start to make more content for it. So with that said, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.